I shall propose from the chair that we accept this as a true and accurate record of the meeting. All those in favour? I should ask for a second, but seconded by Councillor Watts. The place manager to provide members to request feedback of any matters arising from the previous meeting. All matters discussed in the item of voting only. Do you have any? No?
I don't have anything from the place manager.
Okay. Item 4. In accordance with the Town Council policy, the following planning applications are being considered, which will not be considered unless representation has been made since publication of the object or requested, considered by a member of the council. So, have we had any?
None received.
None received. Okay, so with that, do we just go through the one at a time or just on block?
We can. We do have a comment from Councillor Pike with regard to the garden centre.
Okay. If we can, you may have all received the message from Councillor Pike. So if we just see what he says about item 25-00201.
Yeah. He has said the updated plans address concerns of West Berkshire Council planning in the original application and do not appear to make any substantive changes. The report on drainage is to follow. However, as West Berkshire Council drainage officers have already flagged this as an issue, he's confident that they will ensure that the development will not increase the flood risks.
Okay, thank you. We don't need, any comments on that? No? I don't think we need to add anything to that. So for the rest of them, I will propose from the chair that we accept all of these with no objection. Is that kind of seconder? Okay, Councillor Lunn. All those in favour? Thank you very much. Item 5, decision notices. No relevant planning decision from West Berks Council published since the last meeting.
They were. We did not consider, I believe. So we have no objections to any of these. 70 Berries Bank Road has been approved. Highfield Farm, Brooklyn Common, we did not consider. Approved. 11 of the orders we considered with no objections. That's been approved. Plough Inn. Considered, we have no objections if West Berkshire Council Highways approve the parking access issues. It's been approved in part and refused in part. Insufficient information provided by the applicant. Land to the rear of 123 and 125 Bath Road. Application considered, we have no objections if West Berkshire Council Highways approve. They have approved in part and refused in part. Again, insufficient information. And 23 Peachy Drive, we did not consider, but that has been approved.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else received?
So we move on then to item 6, West Berkshire Local Plan Review, 6A. Having commissioned legal advice on the merits of the potential challenge to the proposed adoption of the local review plan review to receive and consider the legal advisor's report. Again, Simon sent through some notes on this.
He notes the case's opinion is that there is little prospect of a successful JR on the North East Thatcham development, so therefore suggests that this is noted, no further action.
Okay, so again, from the chair, I shall just request that we note this item. Seconder. Okay, Councillor Dan seconds that. All those in favour? Thank you. And then item 6B. To receive and consider any other relevant matters. And again, our absent chairman has made
He's
some
not
notes.
absent at all.
No, he's probably
The,
sitting there.
Not in Surrey.
Yeah.
North East Thatcham master plan. Now that the local plan's been adopted, the developers and West Berkshire Council have a year to develop a master plan for the site with community engagement specifically, including Thatcham Town Council. Councillor Pike has spoken with the West Berkshire Council portfolio holder of this, and by the next planning and highways meeting, hopes that there will be tangible progress, or at least something tangible to report.
Okay, thank you. So if we just defer this item for the next meeting, and then councillor Pike can certainly add all his findings to that. All those in favour of deferring this item? Okay, thank you. Item 7, planning meeting. And you note an appeal has been made in Secretary of State regarding application of Bevan Hill. The appeal will determine based on written representations. As this appeal is proceeding under the Household Appeals Service, there is no opportunity to submit comments. However, all representations made on this application have been forwarded to the planning inspector and the appellant for consideration. Application not considered by the committee on the 8th of April. What should we do with this one?
I think it was just a note.
Just
A note, yeah.
Oh, yes. It says that right at the very first part. So we'll note that item, and the same with item B, to note the application of the premises licence that has been granted under the Licensing Act 2023. Again, Councillor Pike has made some comments on this, and Councillor Justin Pemberton would like to also comment.
Just a very quick comment reference item 7A 242 Benham Hill.
Possibly.
No, it's fine. I was surprised. I've looked at the application briefly. I was surprised to see that officers had refused permission, because members will know that the houses running along Benham Hill from the community hospital up to Hennick Lane are a mix of different properties of all different shapes and sizes, and pretty much all of them have been altered or modified or extended at some time or another. When I looked at it, it seemed to me to be a fairly run-of-the-mill house extension. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I'm not a planning expert, admittedly, but it looked fairly innocuous to me. So I was surprised to hear that planning officers had come to the conclusion that they had. Obviously, the applicant has appealed, and we'll just wait for that process to run its course. And I think the fact that we didn't consider it here as well also speaks to the fact that it was a fairly straightforward application that shouldn't have caused any issues. So I don't recall the specific reasons why officers said no. They're obviously on record, and members can view them as they want to, but I just wanted to note that it seemed a bit of an unusual one. I'm not quite sure what was causing the problem.
Thank you, and we'll add that note to when it appears on the agenda next time. Thank you. Sorry for missing you. So item B, the licensed premises, again, Councillor Pike.
He has noted that this is effectively a transfer of a licence that was already granted to a new owner of the business. It is limited to customers of a virtual reality experience. It is very much at the lower end of the potential impact or problems.
Okay, thank you. I do in fact know it's down on Python Way. Yeah, it's yeah. So I know of the establishment. So yes. Does anybody wish to speak to this? We just.
I just know that I'm on a licensing committee, so I've just to note that I'm on the licensing committee, so I wouldn't really take part. But I've been to the space and it's very good.
Yeah, lovely. So this is just to know. Again, and item 7C, to receive any planning matters arising since publication of the agenda.
Nothing received.
Lovely. Item 8, traffic management, highways, road safety matters, to receive any traffic management, highways, road safety matters arising since publication of the agenda.
Nothing received.
Anybody wish to note a particular pothole that's, okay, that sounds good. Item 9, neighbourhood development plan. To receive any updates relating to the Thatcher neighbourhood development plan.
The only update I have is from the police manager is still trying to convene the working party, has not been able to establish dates yet, still.
Okay, thank you. Well,
Now,
yes,
I believe somebody said somewhere that the government had pulled funding for it.
Yeah.
And we were relying on some of the funding to move it forward. As the officer monitoring this, has he got any, no, they're not here. Do they have any information on what that's likely to be to us? I assume they won't be available this evening. But if there's a financial implication to us, if we carry on down this road, because we took it on with the knowledge that that was going to be at least partially funded. So maybe perhaps we need to have a bit more information on what the likely costs should the government funding be completely withdrawn. What it would mean should we move forward.
okay, thank you. Can we,
I think that is the purpose of the working party to get together. According to the police manager, as far as I'm aware, he has quotes for the consultancy, but that will be impacted by the funding decision.
Yeah.
So I think the working party needs to convene to discuss next steps.
Could I constructively suggest here that if the working party hasn't met by our next meeting, that we actually discuss it rather than waiting for the working party to come up with a suggestion that then comes back to us, that then goes forward to somewhere else?
yeah,
Would that be helpful?
so then just note that in the next meeting.
It's because we haven't responded to other people on the weekend.
I'm just asking.
What it is.
Well, either way, it will be on the agenda next time, whether it's notes from the working party or it's moving forward. Thank you very much. Well, with that,
Must be short. You get next time.
hang on.